Good morning and welcome to the December 20th, 2024 regular business meeting of the Harrison Central School District Board of Education. Do I have a motion to open the meeting?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Would you do a roll call, please, Michelle?
Kelly Kozak, Kelly Mulvoy Megan,
Here.
Benjamin Blaustein,
Here.
Samantha Jaberta,
Here.
Placido Pino
Here.
Robert C. Sullivan Jr., Jerome Valente.
Here.
Please note the fire exits to my right.
Thank you. Thank you. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. At this point, if any member of the public would like to address the board, they may approach, or they may stand.
You can just stand right where you are, it's fine.
Identify yourself, please, by name.
Andy, you
And-
want, okay, we don't have a podium this morning. Can you stand by the table just so he can pick you up on the camera? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Randy Pinkowitz.
Good morning.
Morning.
Randy Pinkowitz.
Other.
It's
morning.
only the first couple.
Oh my God.
We're good.
Randy Pinkowitz. Thank you for having me this morning. I understand that fostering a safe learning environment is paramount in the Harrison school system. What does protocol look like when there is a serious threat or multiple? And how can you ensure the safety of our children in school ongoing?
Thank you very much, Ms. Pinkowitz.
can tell
After any other public participation, the superintendent and I will respond to.
I'm Victoria Chasen.
Thank you.
I'm more than happy to say my name, but I'm Victoria Chasen. This is more of a. Sorry, I don't know how to.
It's good. It's fine. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
working?
It's all set.
Okay. This is more of a joint statement, so I don't have anything to add to that.
Thank
Don't
you.
want to go too far in terms of speaking, so I'm happy to wait and listen to what you all have to say.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thanks for getting
much.
up so early.
Thank you very much. Typically, at this point, we have an update from the board. At this point, we have lots of good news coming from our high school and community. I think the only thing I will say on behalf of the board, we'll save all that for our January meeting, is to wish everyone a very happy holiday season, whatever holiday you're celebrating, and hope that the new year is filled with only good things for all of you, your families, and our community. Before we move on, Dr. Wool, if you would like to give a brief update to the
I
community.
would. Well, we're here, this is an unscheduled meeting, just to say out loud, to resolve a very pressing personnel issue. This is not a scheduled meeting, but I will make some comments about not just your concerns, but concerns in general related to safety. I can never speak in public session about specific events, but I'm going to give you as much language and information to have you understand protocol. We are probably more demanding and concerned about student safety than most districts, and we put a higher level of requirement when any child acts out. That acting out could be a threat. It could be as simple as physical threat, language. It could be just recidivism. It could be concerns that we have, that we hear in and around that we can't verify. But I'm always informed. Typically, Dr. Ladwig is informed. And in the case of threats that we think reach a certain level of concern, there are multiple opportunities for us to intervene. One of those is psychological evaluation that we can mandate in certain circumstances. I'm not speaking specifically about any child at this moment. We also have a relationship with the Harrison Police Department, and they are very effective. If we think there is the potential of a weapon available to a child, they working with the parents typically, it's almost always cooperative. They will do a physical search of the house and ensure us, both in writing and in verbally, that there are no weapons available to a child in that circumstance. If we find that parents are uncooperative, we have another level of support that we can implement. I'm not going to discuss it here. But in no case, and this is what I want to say over and over and over again, will we allow a child who is a physical threat to other children to be present without thorough review at every level. Sometimes children are struggling for a host of reasons that are not always apparent, and we can get to the bottom of those and things can get better. Kids do make mistakes, they recover, but in any instance, and I know why some people are here and we know why other people are not here, we have thoroughly reviewed all of those things with parents, with support staff, with the police department, and a host of other resources. None of this is going unaddressed in any way, shape, or form. And those of you that have been here a long time know I'm a little bit of a nut about safety, because what I don't want to happen is that someone else's child is injured because we missed something. So we're not going to miss anything. There are never any guarantees, but as close as we can guarantee to activating every resource available to us, we do. And the standard I just described to you is not typical in New York State. The police do not typically enter a home and determine whether or not weapons are available. And so, as I always do, and Dr. Laidra would echo this because he is my personal liaison with the police department, their responsiveness and their ability to work with families is extraordinary, and it brings incredible value, but it also brings incredible comfort to me. And I often say in public, many, many, many times, that it's like having an extra layer of support that doesn't exist anywhere else. And it's well beyond what you know about having an SRO in the building. We have relationships with the detectives and the youth, or the captain. There's virtually no one that isn't at our disposal. So I can certainly understand why people are justifiably upset. But you should always know that we are taking this very seriously for everybody's benefit. Sometimes children that are acting out are really struggling and in pain, and that's also our responsibility. We also have a responsibility to protect the rights of everybody. But the ability of every child to go to school safely is our paramount concern. Having said that, I'm not going to do much more on that.
Yeah.
I would like to say we've had a lot of extraordinary concerts. This is just one piece of good news. Andy and I have been doing this a very long time together, close to a quarter century. Dr. Ladwig and I were at a concert the other night. Now, I've probably seen, I don't know, can't even count them, 10,000 concerts. The high school winter concert was the most incredible high school performance I have ever seen in my life. You must watch the high school performance, particularly the band and the orchestra were spectacular. So Andy, when is that going to air?
It is on right now through the 29th at 12 noon, 5 p.m., and 8 p.m.
Okay, so everybody, if you haven't seen it, please see it. I'm trying to get the song Sleigh Ride uploaded to our phone for the holiday season. It was just incredible. Absolutely uplifting. And before we act, I'm going to suggest, because we're acting on a personnel matter, if we
We do
could
need to
adjourn briefly
adjourn.
to executive session to discuss it. You're welcome to stay. The rest is a formality, but you
At
can.
this point, as Dr. Roll mentioned, do I have a motion to recess into executive session? We have a personnel matter personnel and student matter to discuss. Do I have a motion? Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? We are
And we're going to go right next door
recessed.
here
No,
so we
yeah,
can get.
recessed.
Right here.
Do I have a motion to reopen the December 20th, 2024 regular business meeting?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We'll take the personnel report on consent unless anyone objects. Seeing none. A, certificated personnel. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes. That concludes the December 20th meeting. Our next regularly scheduled meeting will be January 8th, 2024, here at the Lewis M. Klein Middle School at 7 o'clock. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion.
Second? All in favor? Aye. We are adjourned. Happy holidays.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.